Hey folks, it's Nick Granville. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I thought I'd talk about the Strat pickup and why I gave up on it. I know. You've probably seen the video that I did where I said, hey, look, this is the way to get the best of a Strat pickup. It's interesting. I watched that video back and I kind of looked at it and I went, yeah, these are the things I do to make the Strat pickup better. Compression, EQ, making sure the amp's in the right kind of spot, all those sort of things, right? What am I trying to do by all of that? Trying to make it sound like a humbucker. So I gave up on it and I got a humbucker made and put in here. So this pickup is Mr. Glenn Integrity. I'll click the add button down the bottom because he did give it to me. This is just my thoughts and why I made that decision, because I thought people would be interested. There's a couple of cool things with this guitar that I've done differently that I've never done before, so we'll talk about them today. So, the first things first, I never look at guitars individually. To me, it's not like this one guitar, right? I look at it in relation to these two instruments, right? Like, they're a team. This does a certain thing, this does a certain thing. Now, I also look at it in relation to this instrument, which is missing a pickup, but hey. And then I also look at it in relation to this pickup and this guitar, right? So one of the reasons I went for a humbucker in this guitar is because to me, I want this to be the one guitar that I take and it just does everything, right? I can turn up to a funk gig and I got a funk sound, a rock gig, whatever. And what I found is the single coil there, I just was doing too much to make it sound like a humbucker, but without the benefits of a humbucker, right? Because the thing with a humbucker is you don't get the noise that you get with a single coil. And to be honest, if I'm going to go to the bridge pickup, I'm going to be rocking out, right? I'm going to be distorting, right? Like that's the kind of thing. So to me, it's like some people might be, oh wow, you're losing the single coil thing. No, I'm not. I'll play this, right? I'll play this if I really want the Strat Bridge pickup, which is very rare. I don't particularly dig it. I'm more likely to play this, which has a Mr. Glenn Cruel Mistress, which is like a hot telly pickup. So it's got like a telly pickup, but a little broader and fatter. It still sounds like a telly pickup. This one's missing a mid pickup. I need to put that back in. But that's more my single coil of choice, right? Or alternatively, I have this guitar with a P90, and a P90 in the bridge is a good sound too. Let me show you that. Now that's bridge pickup clean. I wouldn't normally play bridge pickup clean. It's just not my thing. I know Robin Ford's really into that, but just not my thing. But I will on this because it's fatter and a bit more weight. The thing with the Strat bridge pickup is it always just feels wrong. I'd rather play a Telecaster, right? You'll all have seen me play a Tele a heap of times, right? Got a video around the corner coming out, which I'll be playing the Tele on, like a funky New Orleans thing. To me, I'm looking at these as a collection to do the jobs that I need them to do. I use all of these guitars. They don't just sit here. So I know some folks do that. They have collections and they just want to have them in their room and they want to look at them and go, oh, look at my pretty guitar over here. That's fine. That's not me. I'm a player. Like, this is what I do. This is how I make my living. So for me, it's like these are tools, right? Like this is a nice tool, but it's a tool. It's back to the Strat. Right, so this 1994, made in Japan, freaking awesome. This guitar had barely been played when I got it. It kind of sat on a stand for about 30 years. I've showed it plenty of times. You could hopefully see it, but there's a bit of a line here which looks like that's where the music stand, where the guitar stand was holding the guitar and just sitting there fading in the sun. So there's something really specific I wanted from this pickup from Glenn, and this is why I went with a custom pickup with him, was I wanted it to sound like a humbucker, but not be too pushy, sort of in that path range, but be as open as possible. That was one of the descriptions I gave to him, and I think he nailed it, To me, it has that openness about it, which is why it works clean. really works clean. It's got a good clean tone, and I don't normally play clean tone on a bridge pickup, but this, because it's so open and alive sounding, it's choice. Another thing I did slightly different, I'm actually going to do a whole video on this because it's kind of changed my thinking about things, was I went for a wiring system that has volume, tone, and a blender, so I can blend neck and bridge. Check this out, right? This is neck pickup. This guitar has quite a dark neck pickup, which is a good thing. So it can get like that. I wouldn't really say it's tally like, it kind of is, I guess, because you have the two outside pickups, but it's, I'd describe it as a brighter, broader sounding neck pickup. So I have the darker normal Strat, vintagey sounding pickup, and then I can funk it up with that. Right, and of course you can get the three-way thing, 3 pickups, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to do a video about that exclusively, but for now I just thought I'd talk about why the humbucker. To me, it's made this guitar far more versatile. I did actually consider putting a tele pickup in there. That would have been cool, Strat with a tele pickup. But to me, it's like I said, if I'm going to play a bridge pickup, most of the time I'm going to be rocking out. It's going to be distortion stuff. Do you know what I mean? Hey, what do you do? Have you ever Strat? Do you have the original pickup, or did you go with a humbucker? What did you do? Oh, and by the way, too, I've got resistors on here so that these see 250k, 500k pots. Again, the video will come about the wiring, but just in case you're wondering, I know this is definitely the format I prefer. You know, personal taste. Everyone likes different things. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. I wouldn't normally play bridge click. I wouldn't normally play